This is a Cincy fan talking with LP. You can catch me on Twitter. That's a Cincy fan talking. You say it like it sounds, just leave off the G. If you have ideas for the show, you can reach me at Cincy_fan_talk at yahoo.com. If you have any suggestions for the show, make sure you leave them there. Who knows, you might find yourself as part of the show. Any feedback would be definitely appreciated. And also, make sure you hit the Linktree page that's on my Twitter. Make sure you click on that. You can find all the different ways to contact me there. Enjoy the show.
We're the first American team in the NHL, established 1924. We make a big deal. We're really childish SOBs about that. We're talking about petty, right? So I love the Chicago franchise. I love the history. I love the whole thing. And the logo, when you're younger, if you're an eye age, you're like, oh, that's cool. But then you grow up and you're like, no, that's probably real bad. That's oh boy. And then when you like college hockey, you find out about North Dakota Fighting Sioux. You're like, whoa. And they use the logo. The Blackhawks let them use the logo, just green. Whoa, that's something about this does not feel good. Okay, very simple. This is very simple. Here we go. So the name of the team is named after the local Native Americans. Okay, all right. Get rid of the face. Got to get rid of the tomahawks. The tomahawk C, that's got to go. The cross tomahawks on the shoulder, it's got to go. Okay, here we go. Take a bird. What culture has amazing bird imagery? Right? Native Americans. Call the Seahawks. The Seahawks aren't bothering anybody. I have never seen a Native American protest of the Seattle Seahawks who heavily
we got the Seattle Seahawks.
Who the Seattle Seahawks heavily use that bird, which is right off a totem pole, not bothering anybody. They're not right. There you go.
I mean, it's a bird. It's an
a
animal,
bird, right? You just take the face, get rid of the face, because that's real bad. Get rid of the tomahawks, because that's also real bad. Get a Native American. There's a guy online. If you Google this, Google Chicago Blackhawks Native American logo. There's a guy who drew this. He's a huge Chicago hockey fan, and he's Native American, and he drew them. This incredible. It's still a profile. It's still a profile face. Color is the same. It's just a bird, not a person. You don't have to change the name of the team. You don't have to change the colors. You don't have to change anything except his cartoon face to what remains a Native American style bird. You take the tomahawks, you replace them with feathers, or really just hockey sticks. Why aren't they just hockey sticks? And you're done. That's even easier than the Chiefs. That takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't even take 2 days.
That would take 2 days. It would take you an afternoon.
Right.
And
and of course, the easiest thing to say is, well, we would have to remake our shirts and all of that. But you end up selling more of them because they're new.
Right.
I mean, nobody has them yet.
People would get more jacked. People would be so jacked if you did that, man. And hockey, of all sports, I mean, hockey is very white. Hockey. Let's be honest. Hockey is I remember watching the Bruins play the Oilers rather. I'm sorry. I won't. I'm really trying not to curse on your podcast. The Edmonton Oilers of 1988, probably the greatest hockey team ever assembled, absolutely destroyed my beloved Boston Bruins in 1988, and then again in 1990. I hate the Oilers. And I remember Grant Fuhrer taking off his helmet. Grant Fuhrer's a black man. I remember being like 9 years old and being like, oh my God, I had never in my life. I'm pretty sure if you're my age and you grew up in a hockey country, hockey world, I'm pretty sure Grant Fuhrer is the first black person. And no one knew because he's a goalie. He's got the mask on the whole time. Right? Like,
hey, I'll tell you like this. We usually watch hockey during like playoff time because it's just so intense. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
See, hearing that Grand Fuhrer was black messed me up. Like, completely messed me up. I'm
Yeah,
like, black people play hockey?
yeah.
Like, he's good.
He's one of
Like,
the greatest goalies of all time. He's one of the greatest goalies of all time. I remember Game 2 or Game 3 of the '88 series, and he just stood. Well, in hockey, you say he stood on his head. He was just stonewalling the Bruins, and we had a great. We had Ray Bourque and Cam Neely and Craig Janey, and it was such a good team. And he is just stonewall, just nothing. Like Cam Neely, 50 goal scorer, nothing is going through this guy. And there's a break in the action, and they're zooming in on him, and Fred Cusick, God rest him wherever he is, the Bruins announcer, Grant Fuhrer, he's unstoppable tonight. The Bruins just can't get through him. I haven't seen a goaltending performance like this in many years here at the Boston Garden. And he takes his helmet off. And that's the moment I remember. And I, stood up. I was 9 years old. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Right? Okay.
Hey, that messed a lot of people up, man.
A lot of people up. And
we was looking like, really?
It's getting better. I mean, it's getting better. There's more. There's now there's probably more non-whites playing hockey than have ever been, and the league is getting better. The Bruins. We had the only. Boston does not have the greatest history as far as black athletes. We really do not have, other than Bill Russell. Bill Russell saves us on that one. But, Red Sox were the last team to integrate, which drives me crazy. Red Sox could have had Jackie Robinson and Willie Mays on the same team. Makes me want to dig up Yawkey and beat him with a stick. We could have had. They tried them both out, man. Think about this. Imagine this. We could have had Jackie Robinson, Ted Williams, and Willie Mays on the same damn team for probably a decade. We would have killed the Yankees. And because Tom Yawkey was a racist SOB. That shows you what racism does. Oh my God. We were last. Red Sox were the last team to integrate with a guy named Pumpsy Green in 1959, so really late in the game.
Right.
We're really late in the game. And there's something cathartic about the fact that now, we're so associated with David Ortiz, Pedro, Manny, they're really turning it around. It's very cathartic if you know the history of the team. But we don't have the best history in Boston with black athletes. However, the Bruins, not that the NHL had an official color line, but the Bruins were the first team to sign a black player. A guy named Willie O'Ree. We just retired his number. Thankfully, he's still alive. He's 92. I joke around with people for years. This was before the internet. They probably saw, William O'Ree from Canada. They expected a white Irish guy to get off the train.
You hear O'Ree.
O apostrophe R-E. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's from Canada. Yeah, he's a white Scottish guy or a white Irish guy. It's fine. He shows up. He's only one eye. Willie O'Ree, crazy story. He only has one eye, and he played for years with a glass eye. And he denied that he didn't want anybody to know. Only recently,
I wouldn't tell people that if I was playing.
No, yeah, he only had one eye, so he didn't just break the color barrier. I mean, I can't even imagine. This is 1950 something. I can't imagine playing ice hockey in 1950 something. Anyway, that's war. People fought with sticks back then. You could still stick fight, and this guy's only got one eye. Oh my God. But that's our big claim. But this is the NHL is getting better. There's a lot more non-white people playing. So why wouldn't you? To go back to our original point, and I apologize for diverging. Why wouldn't you want to get on this wave and be like, hey, you know what? We're gonna, honor the tradition. With the Chicago Blackhawks, we've been around forever. Original 6 team. All these cups. All these NHL Hall of Famers. That's great. But we're going to change the logo. Team name is the same. Colors are the same. Logo is it's just a bird now.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're doing. And being like this, we're going to, bring in some tribal elders. Have them drop the first puck. I mean, how easy is this? Gain yourself a whole new wave of, because younger kids care about this. I mean, you and I care about it.
Right.
But younger kids really care about that stuff.
I feel like it's just another one of those situations where people wait too long to do the right thing.
They do.
And once they do the right thing, people are like, man, it was dumb that we even had it. We had to do this. We should have fixed it so long ago. But it just takes people so long to do the right thing.
It's so easy to do. It's always easier to do the right thing. Like this, it would just be so simple to do. And the funny thing is, like, it really, it would be so simple. I mean, if you're like, we just laid out 3 ways. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars you can make. 4 days of work
with very few changes.
4 days of work, like
we're not even talking about changing color schemes here.
Nope, color schemes the same. I mean, dude, what did Cleveland really change, right? Like, okay, so you're not going to call them the Tribe anymore. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the name anyway, right? The block C is still the same. The font is still the same. So look, it's the same font. The colors are the same.
And you're using Cleveland imagery anyway, because that Guardian thing is the same thing that's on their bridge going into the stadium anyway. So it's like,
it's awesome. Like, great. What? Nothing changed. Everybody's, and you went on their website. Their website, you couldn't even go on the website. When the night they changed it over, the store was shut down. I refreshed the page like 15 times. You couldn't get it for love or money. All the old guys are on board. All the older players they talked to were like, yeah, go ahead. That's cool. Who cares? The team's already changed the name 5 times. They were the Spiders. They were the Naps. They were the.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't like Ohio State being like, hey, tomorrow we're going to be the super cool Lightning guys.
Right.
This isn't like that.
Like, people will lose their minds, but they would kind of have a reason to, because
exactly.
I mean, the Buckeyes. I mean, a nut is not offensive.
Exactly. Right. Like, what are you? My school is a dog, right? The Huskies, they're dogs. Like, nobody's bothered about the dogs. Like, what, and all the colleges that did it, nobody's, and it is so ridiculous. Like, Florida State, come on, guys, let it go. Think of something else. Come on, you guys. Like, but the ones, nobody cares that, for like St. John's, right? I grew up in the New York area. There was a St. John Redmen.
I remember that.
Forever and ever. And that was when college basketball was decently big in New York. There was an era where it was still a big thing. St. John's, and they still play at the Garden, but not like it used to be. Like in the 80s and the 90s, like St. John's games, they were local news, and everybody I knew was a St. John, whether you went there or not, was a St. John's Redmen fan. And when they changed to the Red Storm, people got upset. But like 2 years later, it was over. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
They're still playing at the Garden. Tickets are still expensive. There's still nothing has changed about this. Like,
same old,
man. It's crazy. And it's one of those things where you just gotta, right, like you said, people wait so long, and then it changes. You're like, man, for all that, like, we could have done this. Shit, we could have done this 100 years. Jesus.
Right.
Who and the people, and not to be maudlin, because my folks are boomers, but the people that really get upset about this, how much longer do they really have? Like, not to be maudlin, but like, we're not young ourselves.
I mean, you're not aiming at the right fan base.
No, kids really care. This is the thing that I don't think older people and as a baseball here, like we talked about before, is more of a religion than a sport. And the traditionalism in baseball is so ingrained, and I have people in my family, older people in my family, get all mad when Mookie would flip his bat. Oh my God! You listen into WEI and all these old people, all these boomers call in from Saugus and Mookie, why's he gotta flip his bat? They don't care. The kids don't care. Kids love it. The kids love it. You got to think about it. You got to let's take out the fact you should do the right thing because you're a good person. Let's take that to one side. Look at this from a demographic perspective. Kids don't care about tradition in the way that you care or I care or older people care, because it's not the big deal to them, and they really care about poll after poll after poll. They really care about this stuff. This what we're talking about, the logos, and they care about racism and injustice. Thank God. Racism and injustice. They really care about that stuff. The WNBA, people like to make fun of it. WNBA is on point with these things. and they have a large and growing fan base. I see more. It is embarrassing that we don't have a WNBA team. Wick Grousbeck, if you're listening, get cracking there, buddy. It's embarrassing. I think there's an issue with the Connecticut Sun being so close. I think there might be a territorial issue, but come on, we should still have we have the Basketball Hall of Fame in this state. We should have a freaking WNBA team. Let's go. I see more WNBA jerseys than I've ever seen before. And I lived in New York City for 7 years, and in the recent past, and I saw more WNBA jerseys. And I went to a Liberty game in '99, and there was hardly anybody. I mean, it wasn't hardly anybody, but it wasn't full. And then I went to one in
that's like the beginnings of the league.
Yeah, I went in 2017. There were just as many people there as the Nets game I went to. You know, Brooklyn, that's but there's a hike to get down to Brooklyn. Like, people can you got to get on this wave. If for no other reason than monetary issues, if for no other reason than greed.
Right.
You got to look at yourself. You got to look at the demographics, man. The country is less. You know, it's not 1980. It's not even 1990. It's not even 2000. It's
not even 2000.
There's, you know, what is this? 28 years from now, 10 years from now, you know, it's going to be a minority country. There's going to be more white people than any individual group of non-whites, but all the non-white people together are going to outweigh the non-whites. Now, this doesn't bother me, but it bothers. If it does bother you, something wrong with you. But like, you got to look. Maybe we should stop being racist. Maybe just as a baseline. Like, we should stop being racist. Like, seems easy enough to me. You know, maybe seems easy. And sports is the best place to do it, because sports bleeds out into so. I remember when I was probably, how old was I when that happened? I was probably like, I was a preteen. When Mo Vaughn played for the Red Sox. The hit dog. I love Mo Vaughn, man. Mo Vaughn.
He was a Red for a while, too.
Oh, Mo Vaughn was my guy. Number 42, the last person I ever wear number 42 is his own number. 42. I love Mo Vaughn. But there hadn't been. I mean, we had Jim Rice when I was younger. We had Jim Rice. But Jim Rice was from a different. Jim Rice was like. I can't say Bill Cosby anymore. Jim Rice. I can't say that.
I don't think he'd appreciate that.
No, let me tell you, Jim Rice is gonna bust in my house right now and crack me over the head. I don't know if you've seen Jim recently, but he looks good. He looks like he could still bat like 310 in the league. He does the post. Man, it makes me feel so old. He does the post game with him and Dennis Eckersley. I'm like, oh man, how old am I? This is insane. Jim Rice was from a different era of American culture. Specifically African American culture. Mo Vaughn was a hip hop fan, you know, t-shirt wearing, like rap t-shirt wearing guy. And that was the first person I can remember. I mean, if there's somebody else, I might be forgetting somebody, but in my memory, he was the first young African American person from hip hop culture that played for the Red Sox. And this was just mind-blowing to some people, usually older people. And he took a lot of crap for that. He took a lot of crap unnecessarily for that kind of thing. And I remember going to a game, Red Sox Yankees in the Yankee Stadium. We only got up here in the summer to go to games occasionally. Most of the times I saw the Red Sox were at Yankee Stadium, which was horrible, but that's where I was. And I remember going to a game, and we won, finally. I went to a lot of games we did not win. And Red Sox are up by like a bunch going into the seventh inning. Yankee fans have all gone home. So all the Red Sox fans, we gather together, in a corner of the old stadium. We're shaking hands, go Red Sox, And I remember sitting with this young black kid, my age, young black guy, probably you and I's age. And we're just talking about baseball. And we're talking about Mo Vaughn. I'm like, man, I love Mo Vaughn. And he's like, no, you don't understand. Like, Mo Vaughn is my dog. And I'm paraphrasing greatly, and I apologize to this man wherever he is in Norwood or wherever he's at right now. I'm paraphrasing greatly. But you could just tell. I could tell, even though I was 13. I could tell that Mo Vaughn was doing something for this kid that he was not doing for me, because quite frankly, he didn't need to do it for me. I had Mike Greenwell, right? Like, I could tell even 13, 14, whatever I was. Mo Vaughn meant something to this kid on a level that I was not the target audience. Like, I'm not the intended person here. I mean, I love Mo Vaughn. I always loved the Hit Dog. I still have my Hit Dog poster. I love Mo Vaughn, man. But this kid lit up when he was talking about Mo Vaughn and how, you know, he didn't say it. He didn't come out and say, like, you know, I am a young black man and Mo Vaughn is a young black man and I am enjoying the representation. I mean, it wasn't clinical like that. That's not the way kids talk. But the way this kid was talking, the way he lit up, it was evident even to me as a young guy that something was happening here that was on a whole other level.
Right.
And that's so important. And as I've gotten older, it's only gotten more important. And for people to see that. And sports is the best way for that to happen. Sports, music, culture. You know, those are the places. And little things like that don't mean anything. I would never have known. If I hadn't gone to that game, I don't know if I would have known until years later. I certainly would have known as young as I did what Mo Vaughn was doing. Mo Vaughn probably meant a whole lot more to the young black men of Jamaica Plain and Roxbury than he did to me, right? I had no idea. And then when I moved back up here in 2000, and Manny and Pedro and Poppy, I mean, you know, Boston has completely changed. Boston's not Irish. The suburbs are Irish. The city is all kinds of stuff. The city, there's as many people that speak Portuguese as are Irish, man. We got Cape Verdean. We have a huge Cape Verdean population. When they have presidential elections in Cape Verde, when they campaign in Boston. They don't even bother campaigning in Cape Verde. All the people are here. When Brazil won the World Cup, I was in Lawrence, Massachusetts. You would have thought America won the World Cup. Holy Jesus Lord. Holy Jesus. But the streets were full of people when Brazil won the World Cup. Lawrence almost burned down. It was absolutely amazing. It was crazy. And I'd only gotten into soccer 4 years before. I'd never seen anything like this. Boston is incredibly diverse. And those guys came along at a time when it was diversifying. And you went to games, and all of a sudden it was not all white guys anymore. It was all these different people. And I was old enough, because I was in my 20s at that point, I was old enough to go, aha, I see what is, aha. Like, I see what is happening now. Okay, you know?
Right.
And you would
go. Sports is one of those things that, it's one of the few things we have now where you have a lot of different people that may think differently, they may believe different things, but they all like their sports team, so they can kind of rally around that.
Exactly.
That's one of the few things we have left that does that.
It does. And I mean, I'll tell you what, I was at the Celtics playoff game. Of course, they lost against the other night. Well, not tonight, because they won.
Yeah, they won.
The second to last playoff game in the last series where they lost, and it was a close one. And the Celtics have always been the place, because, as we mentioned before, Red Sox crowds, Bruins crowds, pretty white. The Celtics games were where people of different ethnicities in the city of Boston met each other, probably for the first time. Mm-hmm. And it was Al Horford, God bless him forever. Al Horford siempre. He is Al Horford forever. He has brought all the Dominicans who were already Red Sox fans. You know, they were already, you know, Manny and Pedro, and we already own the Dominican Republic is a state in New England. The Dominican Republic is part of New England.
Right.
But now we got Al Horford. And there were probably 25, 30 people with Dominican flags sitting in the stands. Never would have seen that 25 years. Any kind of international banners, something like a soccer game. You never would have seen that, even 10 years ago. Forget about now, right? And now it's like, and everybody was jazzed about it. And people are, Al Horford. And you'd see somebody, the whitest, your cousin from Boston type of guy you can imagine. Seeing somebody, you know, a very, very dark-skinned individual with a Dominican flag wrapped around it. They not only know what it is, but they know what it means. You go up to the guy, I love Al Horford. I love Horford, yeah. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen anywhere else. these two people are probably not going to talk.
Right.
Other places.
So because of that sports connection, it's a lot different.
This
You
is
kind of find something to rally around.
exactly. That's where these conversations can happen. And maybe when you're at the bar, or when you're out in your normal life, and you encounter somebody who's different to you, you can think to yourself, "Oh, wait a minute." Now, number one, this shouldn't bother you anyway, is the baseline. But unfortunately, you and I both know that it does. Maybe these people will wake people up and go, "Hey, man, we're all Celtics fans here. Whatever, you Red Sox fans, Bruins fans." But drives me crazy as an MLS guy. It drives me crazy the New England Revolution don't do more, because they're the most diverse team. They've always been the most diverse team. Two best players on the team right now is a guy from Spain and a guy from Argentina. We've had people from Zimbabwe. Kelly Dubé. Kelly Dubé was amazing. He was from Zimbabwe. He would do this leopard dance after he scored. Oh man, Kelly Dubé was the man. Kelly, he's out there. He's on Twitter. I'm gonna tag him in this. I love you, Kelly Dubé. He hugged me after a game. It's beautiful. They don't do enough to pump that up. They really need to do more. And you're in the ground zero of the soccer explosion in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I mean, Cincinnati went from being not even on the soccer radar to now you guys are like, it's like you've been around forever. And that's
right.
There's probably some young, insert a non-white ethnicity, growing up in Cincinnati who didn't feel represented by, probably loves the Reds, probably loves the Bengals, but he's going to see somebody playing on FC Cincinnati who comes from whatever country he's from, where his parents are from, and that's going to mean a little something extra to him.
Yep. And that's really already happening, because what FC Cincinnati is doing, which is really smart, is they're doing a lot of different camps in inner city neighborhoods.
There you go.
Really smart, because they realized that they were kind of taking something away from the city by putting their stadium right in the middle of a lot of places that had to be torn down.
Oh, I bet.
So so instead of like just kind of taking it and running with it, instead they decided to go ahead and help out a lot of people in the community, which I think is really good.
And that's something that doesn't happen with that I don't feel like that really happens with too many other sports teams. They just build their stadium and leave. And yeah, I mean that's the. I'm sorry, I don't mean to derail the conversation, and I forget where we were.
Oh no.
But that's
I don't know.
that's one of those things that it's really, sports is the best place to. Other than at a concert or a, you want to hear a funny concert story? You want to hear a quick funny concert story?
Yeah, I'm up for a good concert story.
All right, so the statute of limitations is passed. I can't get arrested for this. I have only smoked weed one time. Now I have drank oceans, and my mom might listen to this, so we won't talk about how much. But I don't need. I'm crazy enough, as you can tell. I don't need chemical help. I never smoked weed before, so I love reggae music. I know I'm like the palest white dude that ever lived, and I love reggae music, man. I have so much reggae music. It's all the Clash's fault. Clash did some reggae covers. I'm a nerd. I looked up what these songs were from. I became obsessed. So there's this guy, Burning Spear. Now, Burning Spear, for those of you who don't know, is like, imagine if like Marvin Gaye was still alive. He's a Motown era. He's an old guy. He's around in the very beginning, and he's still around. He still tours. His album, Marcus. So the band name, his real name is Winston Rodney, but they started calling him, his nickname is Burning Spear, and then that kind of became the name of the band. And his 1975 album, Marcus Garvey, it'll just shake. It'll blow up your speakers, and you will never be the same again. I promise. It's one of those crazy records. And it changed my life. I was like 16, 17, changed my life. And he came to New York. I was living on the island. He came to New York City in 2000, and he hadn't been to the U.S. in like 25 years, probably because of the weed convictions. And a friend of mine who will go unnamed, because I know his wife. I know his wife would kill him if she found out about this. They were dating at the time, but they're not. Then they got married. So he calls me. He's like, "Man, tell me you haven't left Long Island yet." I said, "No, man, I'm still on Long Island." He goes, "Oh, dude, okay. You want to come see Burning Spear?" "Oh, do I want to come see Burning Spear?" "Yes, I do." So my parents, they're strict Irish Catholic parents. They were not thrilled about me going into the city because even in 2000, like the city was dangerous for a long time. It's not anymore. Don't let anybody tell you New York City is dangerous. New York City is not dangerous. It's a joke. Everybody has this idea that it's like it was in the 80s. It's hysterical. It's comical now. You would have to get on a train. You'd have to get on a subway train and ride for like an hour and a half to find. You would have to go seek out a neighborhood you were going to get mugged in. It's ridiculous. It's a mall now. Manhattan is a large outdoor mall. It's ridiculous. It's wild how different it is. But we did live there, and we did live in the region when it was not great. So my parents still had this attitude. By 2000, it was starting to change, but it was still, So my parents were not thrilled about this. So the only way I could convince them to let me go is my dad is like, I will drive you in and I'll drop you off. And I will wait. And I'll pick you up after. Not ideal. Not ideal. It's not what I wanted to happen. But, okay. I get to see Spear. I will deal with this small uncoolness. So, this guy calls me. And he's like, okay, I want you to get to the thing at 6:30. This concert's not till like 9 o'clock. And my dad's like, why do you got to get in there so early? I'm like, I don't know. So my dad's like, well, my dad's a cool guy. He's like, well, he worked in the city. Go to my office, do some work, be great, it'll be fine. It actually works out better. Okay, great. Here we go. So I'm like, man, why are we here so early? He's like, we're going to go to the bar. Now, I am not 21 years old. And he was certainly not 21 years old. I'm like, what are you talking about? We went to this bar, which will again remain unnamed. Now, this man is a ladies' man. This guy, man whore, is basically what this dude. He knew all these bartender girls, and they loved him, and they worshipped. Oh, it was disgusting. It was embarrassing almost. It was embarrassing. Now, there's like a Wednesday night. There's nobody here. There's nobody out, really, right? It's just the two of us. Now, I've never really drank before. I'm ordering drinks that I've only seen in movies. Tom Collins. Long Island iced tea. Mudslides. I don't know what's in any of these things.
Hey.
I'm mixing. I'm being stupid. I'm drinking beer. I'm mixing things. We're doing shots. I'm obliterated. Man, at this point, I might not have even been 100 pounds. I might have been 105. Maybe. About 3 hours worth of that. Oh, my God. Neither one of us can make it to the concert, man. We are stumbling down the street. And in probably the ultimate white privilege moment of my life, we knocked a cop flat on his ass. We crashed right into him. We crashed right into a New York City cop. Rudy Giuliani was the mayor. To show you white privilege is real. This dude jumped up. Oh, man. He's like, what are you guys doing? Now, we are underage and drunk, and we basically assaulted this guy. And we're like, we're trying to find the venue. And he pointed us to the venue, and nothing happened. Because white privilege is real, people. I hate when people, it drives me crazy, man. Come on now. If our places were switched, different things would have happened. So
I feel like I got locked up.
Oh, 100%. Dude, I'm amazed. I was convinced we were going to die. We hit this guy hard. We hit him hard. We clotheslined him. We were holding arms, and we clotheslined this guy hard.
So you was doing the holding arms drunk thing? Like stumbling down the street?
Mm-hmm. And we were underage. Like, we're teenagers, man. So now he worked for his record label. He was interning for Heartbeat Records. There's so many people that have entered, they'll never figure out who this is. So he turns to me and goes, oh, man, I forgot to tell you something before we started drinking. That's a phrase you never want to hear.
Nope.
What? What? Listen, man, we're going to go backstage. We're going to meet Spear. Oh, my God. You should have... I'm obliterated. I can just about... What is happening? So, what is happening here? So, we go backstage. Good Lord. There's a cloud of smoke. Los Angeles smog, 1985. Spear dreads down onto the floor. Imagine Moses as a Rasta. About the image you're going to have here. There's like 5 guys sitting around him. And there's a guy in the middle rolling joints like a typewriter. I'm not even kidding you.
Just pushing them out.
There are more joints in rotation than there are people sitting there. We go and sit down. He introduces me. Mr. Rodney, it's very nice to meet you. He's, oh, Mr. Rodney was my father. Oh, you know my name. Oh, you're another white guy that knows reggae. Oh, look at that. So I'm geeking out. My inhibitions are gone. I'm wasted. I completely geek out. I describe this man's entire career to him as if he doesn't know. He puts his hand on my shoulder. He goes, son, smoke us, please. Smoke us, please. Now, I'd always heard people say, first time you smoke, nothing happens. I'd heard that 1,000 times. I am here to tell you, that might be true. Might be true. That is not true if the first time you smoke is with Jamaicans. Okay?
That's a different grade right there. That's a different league.
This was like I came out of like Division II soccer and they dropped me in the middle of a Barcelona game. Dear God. I don't remember a whole lot. At some point my feet were galaxies beneath me. I remember that part. I looked down and my feet were miles and miles away. Now, the concert has yet to be played. So, an interminable amount of time went by. I have no idea how much time went by. Probably a while. And there's a knock at the door, and it's the, Burning Spear! Live in 15 minutes, Burning Spear! Now, these guys all get up. Like, they've been smoking cigarettes. They'll just, jump up. Now, my friend has disappeared. I have no idea where my friend is. He's gone. In this haze. Right? Now, he's working. He's doing his thing somewhere. This is his job. I can't believe he got all messed up with me like that. It was just his job. I can't get up. One of the guys turns to me. Come on, Jim. I cannot rise from my feet. And I raised my hand like a child in class. I was like, sir, I can't get up, sir. These guys come back. They look at me and they're laughing. And they're like, come on, man. And they pick me up and I've got my arms around them. And they drag me like a rag doll. I literally had absolutely no ability to move my body. And they literally carried me through Irving Plaza. Irving Plaza is a very old venue, man.
That's called being comically high.
Comically. Dude, I felt like I was flying, man. This is insane. Now, I thought they were going to deposit me in the crowd, which would have been fine. Not what happened. These guys sat me on an amp on the edge of the stage and kind of flopped me down. One of them handed me a joint, lit it up for me. They went and did their thing. And I am just floating on air, man. I am just out in the world, right? And when the curtains open, now mind you, he had not played in New York in many, many years. And New York has a humongous West Indian population. This place is packed to the rafters. There are like 5,000 faces, almost entirely black. And they're all like, yeah! And then like, who's the white guy? And they all just immediately turn, like, who is this goofy looking dude? He's sitting on the side of the stage smoking. So I realized I might be in trouble. So I took my joint out and I passed it around to the people in front of me. Then I got it back. Not that I needed it. So I mostly felt that concert rather than hear it. Because remember, I'm sitting on an amplifier. I'm feeling the concert through my ass and my spinal column more than I'm hearing anything.
He was literally feeling the vibe.
I was feeling the vibes. All right, man. I was feeling the bass, man. The only one I remember is he's got a song called Institution. Everybody go listen to that song. The song's amazing. Do 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 do. My bowels. I'm amazed I managed to keep it all together, man. So at one point he stops and he's talking about, now he was BFF with Bob Marley. He grew up with Bob Marley. He knew Bob Marley. And he was like, I'd like to, I haven't been an American in a long time, and Bob loved America. And a little speech, and he's like, we're gonna do a Bob song, and we start cheering. And he's like, I'm gonna bring out a special guest. And I'm looking at him like, who's he gonna bring out? He brings out Erykah Badu. Now, I did something terrible. This is one of like this is you are gonna be shocked at how stupid this is. You're going to be stunned. You're going to get in your car, drive out here. You're going to be here in about 5.5 hours. Maybe longer. 8 hours. You're going to smack me in the face. You're going to drive home. This door opened off to the left-hand side of me. Now, remember, this is when I was, I'm a teenage punk rocker. I'm wearing a leather jacket. I'm wearing a friggin' Black Flag t-shirt, ripped jeans. I look crazy. Erykah Badu comes out. This is 2000. Cast your mind back to what Miss Badu looked like in 2000, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No problem. I don't think I had to press you too hard to do that. Heavenly Lord, sir. Heavenly Lord. So she's got the head wrap on, the full thing, 4 feet, you know what I'm talking about. The whole head wrap thing. Larry, I was so high. I was not convinced that this was real. I reached out and touched Erykah Badu. Now, I have made many mistakes in my life, and my mom has a death look that would scare Genghis Khan. But the look of death that Erykah Badu gave me, you can't even imagine. I mean, maybe this was a look. This if I wasn't, higher than the Hubble Space Telescope, I think I would have crapped myself. And then she realized by looking at me, oh, poor young white boy, you are higher than shit. This kind and gentle woman patted me on the head.
What the?
Patted me gently on the head once and continued on and sang Three Little Birds with Burning Spear.
Wow.
Now, when the concert was over, I know, I still can't believe that sometimes. I still think about that. I'm like, not in a bad place, but I literally, just reach out.
You reached out and touched her to make sure she was
real. Yeah,
like...
yeah. I mean, I think I got her in like the upper arm area, but oh man, the look of death, man. Don't cross Erykah Badu. Anyone who is even thinking about that will not end well for you. So all I could think about was that Tyrone song. This woman's gonna kill me. This woman is going to kill me, sir. I am going to die. So concert ends. Everybody's packing up. I can't get up. I have not regained any ability to move, at all, really. So the stage hands come over and some of the band come over. You still can't move? Man, I am sorry. All right, we'll put you in a cab. You don't have to put me in a cab. It's worse than that. This is incredibly embarrassing. My father is in the bar across the street. Ooh, your dad is going to go. I'm going to die. I was like, gentlemen, you are going to be the last people to ever see me alive, but you just have to get me on my feet. So they went. Now, I don't drink coffee. I've never drank coffee. I hate the taste of coffee. It doesn't do anything for me. I hate coffee. But some kind soul, bless him wherever he is, got a steaming pot of hot black coffee, and I drank scalding black coffee, and that got some motion going. I could stand up, I could move a little bit. They brought me to the door, and they kind of guided me across the street into the bar. Now my dad is just like me. Send my dad somewhere, he's gonna be friends with everybody in about an hour and a half. So everybody at this bar, my dad's like holding court in this bar. Well, and then, in 76, we went down to Canada, I'm like, oh man, I've heard this story like 50 times. Holy shit. I reeked so bad that conversation just stopped. They thought like a homeless person was coming in, man. I reeked to high heaven. Right? And everything just stopped. And there was like a spot next to my dad, and I kind of flopped down next to him. I'm also deaf because I'm sitting on an amplifier at a reggae concert for 2.5 hours. And in what I thought was the same voice, the same volume that I'm speaking to you, but what in reality was me yelling at the top of my lungs. I said, Dad, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really high, and I'm really drunk. I'm sorry. And there was like a beat, right? And oh man, my dad gave me the disappointed, not upset, disappointed look. You know this look. Oh, I bet you give this look to your own children. That's the worst, man. That's in the arsenal of parents. That's a.
Yeah, I'd rather you be pissed off.
I'd rather you be mad.
Look,
don't give me the disappointed look. I feel terrible, right? So my dad's giving me that look, and the bartender goes, "Well, at least he's honest with you, Jim." And everybody starts laughing, and my dad starts laughing. He claps his hand on me. And he's like, your mom's going to kill us both, so whatever, kid. And he gets a beer, and he goes, here, have a beer, whatever. We're both going to die. Your mother's going to kill the both of us. So
drink up.
We're driving back, right? We're on the Long Island Expressway. We got all the windows down. It's freezing cold. I'm like, Dad, can we raise the windows? He goes, no, I'm going to be so high. I'm getting a contact high just sitting next to you. He's like, I'm gonna get high, then we're gonna get pulled over, then we're really gonna have something. We're really gonna have a problem.
Right.
We get home. Literally, like, I like took a bath outside. Literally, like, threw soap at me and like sprayed me down. I slept for like 3 days. Straight. I was in a coma for 3 days, man. I didn't get up for 3 days. I have never smoked weed again. And I've been offered many times. But how can you top that? How? Why would I do that? Not that I don't love my friends or I don't love my family, but like, you know, I'm not going to like smoke with you in your car or your little apartment after that. Like, you can't approach that. That's not, I mean, it would be like the first time I ever got drunk was at the Guinness factory. I would never drink again. Like, we're good here. That's it. That's me and weed. We met up once. We had a wonderful night in Manhattan once in the year 2000, and we are never hanging out again. That's
wild. That's the equivalent of being like a high school basketball player and then completely skipping college and then skipping like your first 2 years of your pro season and then ending up in the NBA finals.
I tell people
you just there. Like,
I know how Christian Laettner felt at the Olympics. I know exactly how Christian Laettner felt on Dream Team 1. Completely out of his league. Should not have even been there. Like, looking around at Michael Jordan and Bird and everybody on that team going, oh shit, that's
like, you sure you want me here?
I literally about 15 minutes into that situation, and I'm talking about music with people, and they're all really impressed with my knowledge. And it actually worked against me because the more impressed they were, the more joints they kept handing to me.
Like, man, that's great, Jim. Here,
yeah, have another. Oh, you've already got one in your mouth. That's fine. Here, hold that one and then smoke that one. Oh, my dear Lord God. I could never.
You smoking one, you got one in each hand. Oh, somebody passing you one.
Oh, I was in Sacramento, California, and I was at a bar, Benny's. Shout out to Benny's in Sacramento. If you're ever in Sacramento, go to Benny's. Great bar. And this dude was telling me about how he had worked for Snoop in the early 2000s. And he was like, you can just imagine. And he's telling me all the crazy stories. And I told him, I said, listen, I only have one weed story, man. I'm going to tell you. So I told him the story. And he looked at me and he was like, that's like 5 Snoop stories in one story. He's like, you should really not smoke again. I was like, I never have. I never have.
You never top that right there.
I can't be done. It can't be. I've had people
anytime you smoke, you'll just be like,
I've had people get mad at me, man. I've had people get really offended. I've had people get really upset with me and be like, why won't you smoke with me? And be like, listen, women I dated a girl who was she got ragingly mad at me one night. I can't believe you won't smoke with me. There's no point. I'm done.
It won't be what you think it is. Like, it just won't.
It's not. Right. You can't. No. I mean, it'd be like I got called up from the minors. I hit a grand slam, my initial at bat, and I retired. I walked out of the game, walked out to my car, drove home.
Yeah.
That was that.
Gave a fan the bat and everything. Like, I would never top this.
Never. Nope. I can't. I was in London in 2002, and I was at if you're ever in London, I hope they're still there. I should Google this. I don't know if they're still there. There's an amazing reggae record store called Dub Vendor in Clapham Junction. Oh my dear God, I spent so much money. Oh my, I wanted to go rob a bank and come back. Like, oh my God, I was like, can I mug? Is there like I'm gonna mug somebody? And like, I already had like 11 pounds worth of records. You know, I'm like, I'm just gonna start making a pile here on the desk and just don't touch. I'm gonna buy this. And I showed them the money I had. I'm like, I have money. I'm gonna buy this. So I start telling them this story. They're all laughing. And they're like, man, that's crazy. So they put the record on. And I'm laughing. I'm like, no, yeah, this is it. This was a point when I almost lost my bowel control. And they knew. I knew it was in the first few seconds of the song. The song hadn't even really started yet. And that I knew that it was a song with like the heavy, heavy bass. They were like, oh, I like gained the respect of these Rastafarians. It was the funniest freaking thing. So my girlfriend at the time showed up. And I have 2 huge bags of records. And we barely fit these things in the cab. And we're like halfway back over the bridge. And she looks at me and she's like, you told him the story, didn't you? I was like, I told him the story. Yeah, I told him the story. I told him the story. I had to. Oh, man. But that's my big, I was a very bad boy. this one
That
day.
is crazy, man.
I can't be top. I can't be top. It's all. I mean, there's been a lot of crazy things happening in my life, but there's your very crazy.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's wild. Let them know about the Friday night music party before we head out of here,
All
Joe.
right, man.
Because that's something. To be quite honest, I have been looking to kind of like expand my listening base because I was always into like a little bit of rock, but mostly R&B and hip hop. So I was kind of looking for different ways to kind of like expand my knowledge base, and this show is amazing to kind of help out with that for real.
You are way too kind to me, Larry. You are way too kind, man. I really do, man. I really appreciate it. I started the show. There's another show. Big shout out to Tyler Sorensen. He does a show called Different Head. And I found him on the internet. I found him on Twitter, and he was playing all the stuff I like. Now I come out of rock and roll, and specifically like punk rock, 70s 80s punk is my sort of that's my DNA. It's the base core there. And new wave, 70s 80s punk, 70s 80s new wave, and that's what his show is about. And I went on his show 7 or 8 times, and I was like, man, and he's like more than 15 years younger than me, and I was like, man, this is ridiculous. This child is embarrassing me. This guy. I mean, he knows that he's crazy, man. It's like he was defrosted. He's like Captain America. He knows everything I know, and he's like 15 years younger than me. So I was like, man, I really got to get off my butt. I got to figure this out. I got to do my own show. And my original intention was only to play stuff that I have. I'm a huge record collector. I own too many records. I was just going to play records that I've had for years that I feel like other people should hear. Like, oh, well, if you like this band, you probably should hear this band because that's where that band came from, and things like that. And originally in 2019 when I started, that's what I did for like a year. I played like obscure 70s, 80s, 90s, like underground rock music, right? Some reggae, some ska, but primarily like 70s, 80s, some 90s, underground, independent punk rock. That was it. There wasn't a lot of musical variety. It was just like, it was me playing you my record collection, and I put in the fake ads. Well, no, they're not fake. They're real ads. They're just, I was like, oh, I need a sponsor. Like 6 months into it, I'm like, oh, I need like sponsors. Oh, that'd be funny. I'm gonna record some ads off the internet and play them like you're listening to a real radio station. And by like early 2020, it kind of mutated into what it is today. And I got a lot of help from a lot of great people. My friend Claire Butler, my friend Sid in Northern Ireland, my friend Brother Wayne out in California. I got a lot of help, Jess in Detroit. I got a lot of help from a lot of great people. People were really awesome to me. That there, as you know, because I met you through the podcasting community, there really is a wonderful community out there of people who will help you out for no reason, just because they're nice people. And I started thinking to myself, well, I'm running out of records. Basically what happened is I ran out of records. And I'm like, all right, well, what am I going to do now? And that's when the pandemic hit. So now right now I have more listeners than I ever had before, and I panicked. Damn, like I've run out of records. Like, okay, I've played you all my records. I played all the stuff I feel like people want to hear. So I started saying to people, I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore because I got nothing to play. And they're like, Jim, you listen to so many different kinds of music, man. Like, you can play different kinds. And I'm like, really? I felt like I was stuck. I felt like I was in like a, like people were coming just to listen to my 70s and 80s new wave records, right? Mm-hmm. My obscurities. This is all I was doing. Terrible high fidelity. If you've seen the film High Fidelity, that's me. I'm that guy. I'm John Cusack in that movie. When that movie came out, all my friends were like, dude, they made this movie. It's about you, but it's not really you. It's you, but it's not you. You got to go see this movie. The only reason we know the music in this movie is because of you. So, I don't know. I'll play other stuff. So, I don't know. I had said for years, I was in the same boat, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what people are listening to. I haven't bought new records in years. I'll try it. So, I started listening to new stuff. And lo and behold, and this kind of in a very, very, very minor way goes back to what we were talking about before, about something you should have done years ago when you do it so stupid easy. I'm like, why haven't I been listening? There is all this stuff out there. So, and I come from the, like I said, the core is punk rock, but like if you grew up in the New York area, you listen to Wu-Tang. I don't care what you listen to. I don't care if you only listen to like Mongolian throat singing. You grew up in the New York area in the 90s, you listen to Wu-Tang. That's
right.
Beastie Boys and Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, Wu-Tang, Leaders of the New School, Kool Keith, Busta. These are you know, you have to. There's no escaping this. This is special ed. Nobody ever. You're the first person I ever met. I got to tell you the truth. That respects special ed with the respect that special ed deserves.
I'm telling you, man.
Special ed, like, dude. That record,
like the rhyme schemes he put together, it's just like way ahead of his time.
It was, man. I'm telling you. What was the other guy? Craig. He had ODB on his. He had ODB on there. He had the video.
Craig Mack.
Yes, Craig Mack. Yeah, Craig Mack.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are guys. You know, I don't care what you listen to. You grew up in the New York area in the 80s and 90s. That's if you're our age and you grew up in the New York area, you're gonna listen to those people. But I hadn't been back to listen to. I knew like Brother Ali, and I knew like MF Doom, but really I didn't really know like too much about, you know, I had checked out of hip hop a long time ago. I hadn't stuck my nose back in. I didn't know what to listen to. I hadn't listened to modern R&B in, you know, eons. You know, I'm going back, you know, like, good Lord. Blackstreet? I don't know, that's probably the last like R&B that I listened to. I mean, I know, right? Like, you know, it's been a while. So right. I was like, okay. I said, listen, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start. You're gonna come with me on a trip. I'm gonna see what's going on, and we're gonna see if it's cool. And I've just been lucky enough, and a lot of the credit goes out. Is a lot of credit goes to my listeners, you included, because the requests. I've learned so much about music in the last 2 years just from people's requests. And I'll play anything. I just won't play Billy Joel. I grew up on Long Island. The man is Satan. I can't hear him. He's a cult. It's a cult. I can't hear Billy Joel. I don't play Billy Joel. Other than Billy Joel, I will play anything. And I've played metal. I've played hip hop. I've played anything. I will literally play anything. Just no Billy Joel. And people go, oh, you probably don't want to play this, or you probably like, oh, it might not be cool enough. And I'm like, no. That's specifically what I want. And I have learned so much from people's requests. I feel like I went to college. Like I went back to school. Here I am thinking, I don't know, you know, I have all these, I own 700 records, 600, 700 records. You know, I've been collecting records since I was 14, 15. I've learned more in the last 2 years than I learned from 2001 to 2019. And just in the last 2 years, man, it's absolutely wild. And it's really great. If you're sitting at home listening to this and you're thinking about starting a podcast, I highly urge you to do so. There is an amazing community out there that will help you. So what I do, for people who haven't heard it, and please come on down, Fridays on Twitch, twitch.tv/Friday Night Music Party, 6:30 p.m. On the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. I play a block of 4 songs, and I'll play a commercial. I'm trying to play more promos for other shows. But I play like old vintage commercials, and I'll play some clips from movies, you know, like intros. But it's basically like listening to the radio when you and I were growing up, like before Clear Channel came in and friggin' destroyed everything, and ruined everything. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to get to, and I've been really fortunate in meeting amazing people like you, and it's basically what I do. But it's really wild. The reaction has been incredible. I mean, I got people in Australia. I got people in Canada. I got a bunch of people in Europe. There's one guy somebody's listening in Thailand. I know you're out there. Someone is listening to the show in Thailand. Please show yourself. Raise your hand, Thai guy. And it's banana. I could not believe anybody would care. Because when I started, it was my like 5 or 6 friends who are awesome. Nothing against them. But I didn't think this was going to be interesting to more than 5 or 6 people. And now it's like, I mean, it's not huge by any sense of the imagination, but there's way more people that care. And when I don't do shows, because, you know, life intervenes, like when the internet goes out, or like something happens, the plumbing went out. There was a show last year where literally my plumbing right when the show started, right, toilet overflowed, right? When stuff like that happens, people get upset. People mess. Oh man, you're not doing the show. You okay? Oh man, you all right? oh man, you're not doing the show. People are sad about it. Like the last one I didn't do, I got a lot of people who were very sad. Oh man, I really missed the show. I was like, damn. Okay, I didn't think you guys would give a shit, but all right. Like it's really crazy.
It's surprising when you actually find out that they're really digging what you do, because you kind of get in your bubble and you're doing your thing, and you don't realize that people are out there listening and caring about what you're doing.
It is, because it's very solitary. I mean, you know this. It's a solitary, other than this, which is fantastic. This is a lot of fun. This is amazing. We're if you don't cut me off, we're gonna be here at 4 a.m. We're gonna break out. What are the cigarettes I'm always making fun of you about? Why can't I?
Those Viceroys.
I'm gonna get a carton of Viceroys and come out to Cincinnati. Your wife is gonna kill me. But it's very solitary, and you create alone, and you think about this. You got a real job. You're thinking about this at work, and we're all normal people. We got stuff to do. I'm moving. We're packing up my house. All sorts of wild stuff's going on. I gotta go to a wedding this weekend. I'm gonna fly down to Florida. All this stuff is going on, but you still you're still thinking about it. I'm sure you're thinking about your show. You watching, First Take or something. Or I'm not, if you watch First Take, I don't like, I'm sure that you get a lot of ideas while you're sitting like, talk about that. Right. It's always in the back of your mind. Like, well, I should put that on my show. But it's solitary. You create alone. You record it alone. You put it out alone, and you just hope the internet is so huge. And we do have a great community, and I love everybody in the community, and I've met amazing people like you. I really have. You were really like one of my best friends. You're a great guy, Larry. I'm really glad we met. But you're throwing this out into the ocean. You're just putting your podcast as like a little note in a bottle, and you're standing on a cliff, and you're throwing it off into the water, and you're just kind of hoping that somebody's gonna find it.
Right.
And if you're lucky, somebody does. And like, even if tomorrow it was just, a handful of people listening, that one person. I've never done a live show, and I do mine live, and because I'm not technologically advanced enough to record it. I'm not technologically. I am a caveman who discovered fire. I do it live. That makes it easier. I've never had a show where nobody listened. I've been lucky enough, knock wood here. I've been lucky enough that there's always been at least a few people listening. I've never even had one where there's only one, but I would do it, even if there was one person. I don't know, even if it was somebody I didn't know. I can't see who everyone is. I can only see if you interact in the chat. Even if there was just one, the number one was next to the viewer, I would still do it just for that person, like whoever that person is, and that's what keeps you going. I'm sure with you, you get one download. Somebody listen, we're good.
Right. The only thing I don't want to see is me download something and I look 3 days later and it says 0 downloads. Like, that would hurt. And I've never seen that before. So as long as I can keep that going, I'm good.
You're bigger than me. I mean, this is your show is much more. You have a lot more followers than I do. I mean, this is. You're way. That's never gonna happen. This is never gonna happen. I mean, listen. You're way bigger than me. This is I'm stepping up a level to come hang out with you for a while. Then I'm gonna go back to step back down a few steps back to where I belong. But yeah, no.
Listen to you.
I love your show, man. It cracks me up, dude. I mean, not to blow too much Viceroy cigarette smoke up your ass, but I cracks me. The best thing about your show, and there's a lot of good things about your show, because you really you talk about a lot of stuff that needs to be talked about, not enough people are talking about. But you kind of effortlessly shift between like really serious stuff and then like the red relief pictures blow ass. Like, it is hilarious how you do that. Like, you effortlessly go back and forth between that kind of stuff, and that's really, there's not enough people who do that, and it's really important that you do what you do. So.
I kind of felt like you. I felt pigeonholed for a little bit, and I'm like, what do I talk about? Because I don't just want to talk about Cincinnati sports. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more stuff going on, and then the pandemic hit, and then like all of this racial stuff just blew up a couple years ago, and it kind of like hit me like a lightning bolt. Like I need to kind of talk about the stuff that's on my mind. So
Yeah.
ever since then, I just been like,
You put it all together, and what we
hey,
talked about before, sports is a great jumping off point. Sports is a great place, and that's what you do. You start with the sports, and you end with the sports. But in the middle of the sports, you know, because you're on the front line of a lot of the stuff. You know, you're a teacher. God bless. Like, you know, all this sort of stuff. You know, you're in a position where, I mean, one, you're in a part of the country. Not that any part of the country isn't, but you know, Ohio, like OG battleground state. You know, you're in where you're at just on a lot of levels. You know, you're in a position to speak with authority on a lot of stuff that where I, you know, out in the suburbs of Boston, am not gonna. I can't really. No, it's not gonna sound the same coming from me. It's not. It's not gonna carry the weight. So it is really, you do a really important thing there, man. You really do. It's really. I always enjoy. I'm working on a book. I'm working on the science fiction book. We'll talk about this later. But I put podcasts on in the background, and I'll catch up on your podcast. I listen to like 3 or 4 in a row, and really, it's really great conversational style. Even though you're just talking to yourself, it's just. I mean, don't go crazy talking to yourself. Don't lose your mind. But you know what I remember? What was that? Was it Meteor Man? You remind me of? That
Meteor Man.
You remember that movie?
I remember. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember
definitely.
That guy, I can never remember that actor's name, but
it's Robert Townsend.
Thank you. He's funny. He came. I saw him in New York City. It wasn't Comic-Con, but it was a comic book thing, and I was a big comic book nerd. And I mean, I still am, just for old comic books, but he did a hilarious talk at this thing. Just, the man is hilarious. Absolutely.
Always has been.
He should be way bigger than, he should be in the conversation
really should.
When you talk about Eddie Murphy and people of that era. He really, Cedric the Entertainer, like, he should really be up there. Went to my college. Really should be up there. And that's what you remind me of. You have that same kind of flow as he did. Like he was just sitting in a chair. He wasn't even standing up. He was like sitting in a chair. Like, oh, you know, then we made Meteor Man. And then I can't even remember all the lines, but it's the same sort of thing. You're like the Robert Townsend of podcasting. There you go. Use that in your promos from now on.
I definitely will. That's just amazing.
You're
Me and Robert Townsend in the same.
You are. There you go.
I'll roll with it.
I will defend that statement to the last. That's totally what I was trying to think. The first like 10 or 15 episodes of yours I listened to, it was driving me crazy. What does this remind me of? Who does this guy remind me of? And I was thinking of all these different actors and comedians and sports figures, and is it an athlete? Is it an actor? Who is this guy remind me of? And finally, like 5 or 6 months ago, I was listening to one of your shows. I wrote it down. I'll find it and I'll message you which one it was, because I wrote it down. I wrote like Meteor Man, like episode whatever, like Meteor Man, like, because that's what I thought of Meteor Man before I thought of Robert Townsend. But oh man, it's completely, you've got that same, like, that's like where you're at. Dude, you're on that same level of like unintentional.
Let me go ahead and make sure I write this down for the next promo. Go ahead and do that.
I'll make you one. You put that in there. But yeah, man, that's really that's the highest praise I can give you. There you go.
Hey, I don't think I can.
Robert Townsend. I'm gonna make you a T-shirt. Robert Townsend of podcasting. I'm gonna make you.
And just put my picture on the back. Yeah, I'm rolling with that. That's my thing now.
I'm gonna make it like a pinstriped Cincinnati Reds like button up. You know, like 90. When did they wear those button up? When they did like the throwback years. It was like the late 90s.
They did like 95, 96, something like that.
Yeah,
I remember.
When they did the throwback jerseys, I love those, man. They got
the button ups.
They got to bring back. I mean, as much as I love the C, they got to bring back the face, the guy, the red leg guy.
Mr. Red Leg.
Mr. Red Leg, yeah. When they had to change their name, I learned about him when I was in high school because my teacher was his wife was from Cincinnati, or he had been in Cincinnati in the Army. For some reason, he'd been in Cincinnati. And when they had to change their name during like the Red Scare, they called themselves the Redlegs, and he's like,
right.
the Reds had to do that. And there's also that was the same guy who told me. I knew this. I know it's from when he was in the Army. The Hiroshima Carp in the Japanese league, they dress like the Reds, identical.
Really?
Yeah. Google it. Google Hiroshima Carp. They wear Reds hats because back in the day, like I think the Reds toured Japan, and they were like, okay, cool. And there's no difference. They wear their Reds hats. I don't know how they're getting away with this legally, but it's a Reds hat. The C in carp is the Cincinnati C. It's the random sports. There's your random sports facts of the evening.
I gotta look. I won't look it up like on a big level because I don't want them to get in trouble. Because I'm pretty sure the Reds will sue. But yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
If you meet any Japanese people, be like, "Oh yeah, no, this is not a Reds hat. It's Hiroshima Carp." They'll be all excited. They'll be like, "Hey, yeah, all right, like there you go.
Go Carps.
Go Carps." They're kind of like the Reds, man. They're very frustrating. It's a similar team.
Well, I'll be here for like another week talking about that.
I feel
I'll save that.
I mean, in my world, I think we've won enough. We forgive you guys for 1975. We'll move past the big red machine. Well, I'm not gonna hold that against you. It's okay. I wasn't even alive. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
I appreciate that.
We had the one that we really didn't like was the Cardinals because that happened to us twice. That was the Cardinals ruined my grandmother's teenage years, and they ruined my dad's teenage years. We got much bigger issues with the Cards than we do with the Reds. The Reds was just that one time.
The Cards just ruined everything. Man.
Man, no, that was man. When we beat them in the World Series, the paper was like revenge. Like all these, every old living Red Sox. If you ever played for the Red Sox and you were alive, like they dug people out of the ground to talk to them. I think they found everyone who played for like the '67 team. I think they found everybody. Like I don't care if you played 15 minutes. They talked to you after we beat them. Like we did it. Like we got them back. Like we finally beat the Cardinals. That was the only thing that would have made it better. And it didn't matter that we beat the Rockies. Was the year that we embarrassed the Yankees in 2004, which was even bigger than winning the World Series. I think any Red Sox fan would agree with me. Winning the World Series was nice, but embarrassing the Yankees in the fashion that we embarrassed the Yankees, and they're still mad about it, and they'll be mad about it forever, which is
down 3-0. Yeah, I'll be mad.
The smile on my face. You wish you could see the smile on my face right now. It was so beautiful. As if we had played the Mets. That's it. If it was a back-to-back.
And I'll circle back.
If we could just get revenge on both New York teams at the same time. I promise I'll stop talking after this. I was in Barbados in 2015. I was getting on the plane. A guy was getting off the plane. He was wearing a Yankees hat. I was wearing my Red Sox hat, and we were yelling at each other. We were in Barbados. We were thousands of miles. We weren't even in the neighborhood, man. We weren't even in the same country. We were yelling at each other. Not in a mean, whatever. We're giving each other shit. We're in the Barbados airport. We're in Bridgetown, Barbados, yelling at each other. I was like, we are diseased. This is so screwed up. I sat down.
The pure hate, man.
I saw it. I couldn't even tell you what the man looked like. He had a tan. I remember that. I just saw the hat. I don't think he could describe you to me, or me to him. Whatever. He don't remember what I look like. He just saw the hat. He saw the B. I saw the NY. That's it.
And that's it.
We're done. We're yelling at each other. As we were sitting down. They're closing the doors of the airplane, and we're still jawing at each other. The stewardess is like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "It's a Yankee fan," as if she was gonna know. Like,
right.
They play cricket in Barbados, man. They don't play. Baseball is a child's game to them. They play cricket, which is a man's game. It's confusing as shit. You got to have a PhD to. I'm trying to understand cricket. We're gonna have the World Cup here in 2024. I'm trying to understand it. It's very complicated.
It's the chess to our baseball.
It checkers. Is. There you go. Anyway. There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, man, It's always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Dude.
I'm happy we could get this done. For
Dude.
real, man. This has been awesome.
I hope I didn't talk too much. This has been an honor.
I figured that we would do this. Like, I'm like,
maybe you should cut this up into 2 episodes and release it as like a special, like part 1, part 2.
I think I might have to
cut it in the middle. I really try not to talk so much, but it's hard.
Nah, it's fun, man.
I don't know. Just very few people understand. You were the same age. We come out of the same sports nuts culture, music stuff. Like, it's. I don't get to talk to many people like you, so it's great to decompress.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'll be happy to have you come back anytime. So
all right, dude. Fantastic.
Just say the word.
If you're not ready for the conversation to end, I'm not either. Make sure to catch me on Twitter. That's the Cincy fan talking. Leave off the G at the end of it, and we can keep the conversation going. Also, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next episodes. The episodes will drop every Tuesday. If there's a change in that, I'll make sure to let you know. Appreciate the support. As always, life is good.